Well, we're very appreciative of the opportunity to have a dialogue with such senior leadership from Nanjing. Bringing the mayor and the vice mayor and a number of department leads from across the municipal government is extremely helpful for our enterprises. We've always said that better relationships with the government are going to lead to better regulatory outcomes, better profitability for our companies in Nanjing. We really believe that Nanjing is one of the anchors of the Yangtze River Delta opportunity, and we've seen tons of tremendous investment success over the years in the wonderful city of Nanjing. Well, we think that the year of the horse is going to be a really strong one. Nanjing inbound investment is looking good, and we're seeing some very strong momentum moving forward. I think that continued transparency and regulatory environment improvements have started to really improve and shown a strong sort of energy for some new investments up the river from Shanghai. We're really looking forward to some new opportunities in Nanjing in 2026. I've been in Nanjing for almost 20 years. I landed in Nanjing in 2005, and I lived in the city for 3 years. 3 of the best years of my life. And coming back here and getting a chance to meet the mayor and the vice mayor and a number of other senior leaders from the city is really refreshing, because it's been quite a journey for me from my early beginnings in Nanjing to today. You know, and I think that the mayor brought some really interesting points together in terms of international education, expatriate life, you know, a real strong desire to see Nanjing become more and more of an international city. This is a really strong opportunity for an incredible city like Nanjing, which I believe is one of China's best kept secrets. Nanjing was a tremendous place to live for me. I know it's been a wonderful place to live for many expatriates over the years, and so it's been a really good opportunity to be back here tonight and kind of re-engage with my roots here in Nanjing. USCBC members have had wonderful success in Nanjing. We have members across a number of different sectors that have invested in the city and have had really strong results. Biomedicine, ICT, logistics, biomedical technologies, including pharmaceuticals, solar. You know, we've seen financial services have a tremendous amount of success in Nanjing. I think that we're going to continue to see that kind of success moving forward as we have events like this that demonstrate the strength of the opportunity, strength of the market. I think the openness that we heard from the mayor and from the senior leaders tonight will continue to bring confidence to new investment opportunities, and I think that we could have more sectors get involved in Nanjing and beyond. In Jiangsu, we've had a lot of success across the province. Nanjing is obviously the heart of that and the driving force behind the success of the entire province. Well, as I oversee the offices in Beijing and in Shanghai, we have a real two-pronged approach at the U.S.-China Business Council. We advocate for policies at the central level with our partners in the government there, and then we take those policies and we make sure that they're being implemented on the ground level, at the subnational level, across China. And so Shanghai is our hub for that. Being so close to Nanjing, it's wonderful that we're able to get here more often. Nanjing is really going to be an important hub for us in terms of promotion of new investment of American companies in China. As you said, Shanghai is very close to the city. It's a very important hub. It's a very important landing zone. But Nanjing, as I said earlier, is one of the best kept secrets in China, and obviously a really wonderful investment environment for new companies' entrance. I think that Nanjing has all of the cultural opportunities, all of the educational institutions, and the investment policies that we think would be really formidable for new opportunities in Nanjing. So I think to sum it up, you know, we're looking at the year of the horse. We're looking at a really strong and prosperous market here in 2026, or at least we very much hope. It seems that Nanjing is very committed to opening and reform and more welcoming environment for new investment for our member companies across the U.S. and global. And you can see that as evidenced tonight. You know, there were a lot of really strong remarks from our leaders across the city in Nanjing, and I think that we're going to see more and more opportunities as the year goes on. Well, I lived in Nanjing from 2005 till 2008, and I don't want to age myself, but of course that was right after I finished high school. So I came to Nanjing quite young, and those were very formative years for me, and it really recalibrated my entire life. I had no expectation that I would be in China today, here in January of 2026, 21 years later, having dinner with the mayor of the city that I landed in 21 years ago. I miss the people, you know, I miss the friends that have come and gone. Of course, as an expatriate in China, people come and go. But what has remained stable is obviously the welcoming environment that Nanjing provides. And I think, you know, I still have friends that live in China today that I met in Nanjing back in 2005. And of course, all of my friends at Nanjing, well, my Nanjing Yuan Pengyo are still, of course, based in Nanjing, and so it's great to be reconnected. But yeah, you know, I think the city has changed so much. You know, the development has been incredible. You leave Nanjing for 5 years, you come back and the city is completely changed. Imagine living there for 3 years and coming back 20 years later. It's unrecognizable, right? And yet some things never change, and you are able to go back and retrace old steps, find your old school. My Nanjing Normal University, Nanjing Shifan Daxue, is of course still there. It's still beautiful. It's a wonderful place to reconnect to, and so happy to be back with such a strong connection to Nanjing again, 21 years later.